Hello, everyone. So wonderful to see you again. It's Judy from Coffee, Cookies, and Books. And yes, we are back again for another round of Summer Chaos YAHTZIFIED KU TBR. Oh, boy, that's a mouthful. All right, so we are back for another round of Summer Chaos. And in this case, we're doing the Kindle Unlimited YAHTZIFIED TBR choice again. So in the first one, we had 4 books. And of course, you'll get the review for those 4 books. That's going to go up shortly. I'm not even going to give you a hint on what I thought about any of them at this point. That's for the reviews. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get started and we're going to spin. No, we're not spinning because this is not the Tic Tac TBR. No, we are rolling because this is YAHTZIFIED TBR. We roll 1. Okay, so we're ready to start rolling for our game 2 of our YAHTZIFIED TBRs for the summer. And I have finished the books from the game that we played the last time. So this might be the last game we play. Depends on how many books we actually put. So this is our pile of books, whatever's left after we picked everything the last time. So it's just the small pile that represents Kindle. And then we have prompt card, reward card, misfortune card. The dice for our 3 special cards is black. And our regular dice are white. So that's what we'll go with. All right, so let's do roll 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was a large straight in one roll. And you know we're taking that because that sucker is hard to get. Okay, where are we? YAHTZIFIED on a high roll is now the large straight because we did change that and we took out YAHTZIFIED on a high roll and we made it a large straight. So, okay, so now we have to pick a book. Let's see what we get. Okay, and split and Blood and Betrayals. Roll 1 was Blood and Betrayals, okay? And it says it's a dark academia romantasy series. This is Avalon University Book 1. I have no idea how many books there will be in the series, but I've heard some good things about it, some average things about it, which is why it's in my KU. I'm not going to buy it until I read the first book. So this one is Fear, Fury, and Fire. To know is not enough. Power flows through the ancient halls of Avalon University like a never-ending flood. Admission to the elite institution enables students to hone their magic under the watchful eye of their icy headmaster. Summer Tautha Den. I'm just going to call her Summer, okay? Because this name is just too much. Planned to slide through her tenure at Avalon, unnoticed and inconspicuous. She has no interest in learning more about her past or why someone applied to the school on her behalf. Her emotional walls keep everyone at bay, and her sharp tongue makes people give her a wide berth. Yet, despite her best attempts, her emotional armor begins to melt from her feral vampire roommate to the angelic senior who is never dissuaded by her feigning disinterest. Maybe this could be good for her, a new life. Yet dark secrets lurk in the halls of Avalon, and soon those same halls are drenched in blood. Summer finds herself as the obsession of the sadistic stalker with the warning 7 lessons to learn. With the help of her new friends, she races against the clock to solve the mystery, hoping to save lives and catch the killer before it's too late. So what really attracted me to this, it's very long. It's like 714 pages is what the Kindle version says. And what attracted me to it is the whole, there's a murder mystery going on in the background. Because I don't typically like academia settings. Those don't usually appeal to me. So that's why I thought, well, I liked that other portion of it, so maybe it'll just give it a different flair. We shall see, and I'll give it a try, but it's a long freaking book. Boy, let me tell you. All right, so now we're on to roll number 2. Okay, roll 2. So before I do that, let's do this. Hold on. Let's do this. Okay. Okay, so before I start roll 2, you can see where I've made the change to a large straight on the YAHTZIFIED. So we only actually have to get 1 5 of a kind for this game. I changed that as of January. So, but I have the cards pre-printed. So we're just going to make that change manually. Okay, roll 2. What do we need? We need 2s. I have my 6s already, so let's go for the 2s. Come on. And we did get our 2s. So pop those in up there and pick a book. And Mousecraft World 3. Perfect, because World 2 was in the last game. Okay, roll number 2 is Mousecraft World 3, which is fantastic because I've already read the first 2. Second one came up in the first KU YAHTZIFIED TBR. So that one is the third one and final book. Okay, and this one says run or die just means dying slower. So the game enters the final chapter, and it says it is designed to break you in a new way. It goes through Christmas, Halloween, Burning Man, Oktoberfest, Holly, Groundhog Day, etc., etc. So this is the conclusion of a completed dark lit RPG trilogy, and this is by Leonard Buford. And this one's called First Past the Post. So I can't wait to read it. It's like, yeah, just such a good series. And this is going to complete it for me. So very excited about that. Okay, we're going to move on to roll number 3. Okay. Third roll. And we'll go with we have a small straight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, didn't even have to roll anything else. Boy, I'll tell you, these rolls are going pretty good so far. I say that until we get to, well, I could jinx myself, right? Okay, book 3. And that is Daggermouth. Okay, roll 3 is Daggermouth, which is by H.M. Wolfe, and this is the Heart Duology, book 1. So there's only 2 books in the series, and I just figured I'd read it here. It's about 500 pages, and I wasn't really sure how I was going to feel about this one, so that's how come it's like I'm not really sure about purchasing it at this point. So let's read the synopsis. Set in a corrupt surveillance state ruled by the masked elite, the true enemies to lovers dystopian romance that's Conform meets V for Vendetta follows a mercenary who botches the assignment of the president's son and ends up forced to marry him. The first thing you'll learn in Newfound Haven is that mercy doesn't exist. The second thing is that from the highest glassed atrium in the heart to the windowless slums of the boundary, the Vera are always watching. The last lesson is the hardest, but you must remember it. Love outside of your ring is a death sentence. So I'm not going to read any more than that. It's a super long synopsis, but it certainly sounds interesting. It sounds like something that I might like because I do like that whole dystopian feel. They don't sound like, it doesn't sound like it's YA, like super, super young. So that's why I thought, well, we'll give it a try and we'll see how it goes from there. Okay, so now we are on to roll 4. Okay, roll 4. We have 4s and 1s. Let's go with the 4s. And we have a 4. Oops. Okay, so we have 3 4s. So we will take that up there. Go. And we will pick a book. Okay. Oh, our pile is getting really, really small. Okay. And split choose The Light Under the Shadow Wing. That's another fantasy. Okay. Roll 4 came up with The Light Under the Shadow Wing, right, which is by Amanda Boucher. And this is her brand new book. It's only been out since February is when it came out. And I just read A Promise of Fire, which I think was published like 10 years ago, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Just bought the second book in that duology series, that romance. And so I thought, well, I'm going to give this one a try because this one is new. So, of course, it is a romantasy. He says he's her king and the one temptation she can't afford. So the tropes are forbidden romance, forced proximity, trainer, secret attraction, magic and magical creatures, found family, royals and rival kingdoms, feminine rage, danger, desire, and kingdoms on the brink of war. A woman searching for answers, a king safeguarding his treasures. The threat of war looms as magic fades from the world of Elwenrift. Will the Dragon King preserve the fragile peace between the kingdoms or burn it all down for her? So that's that one. It says it's interconnected standalone fantasy romance novel with no cliffhangers. So what this is, probably interconnected romances in a fantasy world, similar to her previous one, the Kingmaker Chronicles, but the first 2 books are one couple, second 2 books is another couple, and then there's a single book, a 5th one, that is another couple. So it is separate couples. It's just in that case, it's 2 books and 2 books. So we shall see. I'll see if I like this one, because if I like it, then I'll buy it and I will continue on with the series. So, okay, so now we're on to roll 5. Okay, 5th roll. Hopefully our last roll. We shall see. And what have we got here? Well, we need 3 of a kind up here, so we will go with the 3s. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch to 5s. And you know what? That was a good choice. We got our 3 of a kind on our 5s. And we're just going to take that there. And this is our last choice, guys. Okay, let's split this puppy. And the dive bar at the end of the road. That's an arc. And this is our last one for this round, for round 2, okay, of Kindle Unlimited YAHTZIFIED TBR for our Summer Chaos. And this is a dive bar at the end of the road. And this is by Kelly Armstrong. And this is a new book from her. When did this one come out? October 6, 2026. So this is actually an arc. Okay. I'm saying when it's coming out. This is an arc from NetGalley again. And I read The Haunting of Payne's Hollow by Kelly Armstrong. And I actually really liked that book. So I thought I would give this one a try. I love the sound of this one. This one sounds amazing. Okay, Final Destination meets the cabin at the end of the world in this supernatural horror in which a series of car accidents traps a group of strangers at a dive bar. A forested road at night, slick with the pounding rain, eerily illuminated by flashes of lightning. Just before midnight, a car swerves to avoid something or someone mysteriously standing in the road, only to slam into a fallen tree. In the pitch black, 4 more cars follow in a pileup no one can seem to avoid. Stumbling out of the wreckage, soaked with rain and nursing various injuries, 5 strangers find themselves in a backwoods dive bar, waiting for daybreak and hoping for self-service. But as tensions rise and the storm rages on outside, the occupants of the dive bar start to notice that not everything is as it seems. Time is moving differently, and they quickly learn that going outside, whether to assist another accident victim or to hike for help, is a very bad idea. There's something in the woods, something that isn't natural. Could the figure in the road have been a warning or something more sinister? None of this is normal, and they'll need to work together to figure out what's happening if they have any hope of surviving the night. So I think that sounds super creepy. Great way to kind of finish off this collection. Okay, so what we have is we have Dive Bar at the End of the Road by Kelly Armstrong, The Light Under the Shadow Wing by Amanda Boucher, Daggermouth by H.M. Wolfe, Nousecraft, World Tree by Leonard Buford, and Blood and Betrayals. Who is that by again? That's like a writing duo. Blood and Betrayals. Where is it here? Oh, there it is. Jeanette Rose and Alexis Room. So those are the 2 that wrote that one. And those are the 5 for round 2 of this. And we shall see if I'm going to need to do a round 3. Probably going to need round 3 before we get to the end of August if I get through these fairly quick. We shall see. Okay, that's it for now, and I guess we'll see you in whatever TBR or review comes up. Okay. Hope you're enjoying this whole chaotic mess, and I'm trying to just keep track. See you in the next one.